G'day guys, and welcome to today's YouTube video. As my usual viewers would know, we only do one video a week, but this week's a little bit different. And also another thing you might notice different is the transformation of Sophia. As you know, usually Soph's in the co-pilot chair in our videos, but unfortunately, it's been a bit of a tough week because she's been home with COVID. And if Soph's home with COVID, it means we're home with COVID. But one thing that really lifted our spirits was this dramatic event that happened this week. It was Monday night. Soph had just come back from swimming and was looking a little bit run down, and we thought she might have been getting a bit sick. Oh, just hold on, just get this guy to have a seat so he can calm down. Nice work. And so what happened, right, was I was inside filming this little segment on forget flow hives, and everything was going pretty good, and I had Rooster inside on my lap and we're having a bit of a chat, and all of a sudden Rooster started going crazy, absolute commotion. And what happened, right, he smacked into the window trying to get out with so much aggression. We thought he was going to punch the window out. So he opened the door and he went out like a barrel. Well, what happened will shock you. So just beware. Yes, the dog saved the duck, but there's a little bit of graphic content. All right, let's get into it.
Those of you who know our YouTube channel know Rooster, our chook dog. And we've had him since he was a puppy, and he lives with chooks during the day and hangs out in the house at night. Just like everyone's Kelpie, we love him. He's really good at just hanging out with the chooks, keeping an eye on them, and looking after them during the day. And to be honest, he has to put up with quite a lot. From ducks annoying him to chooks pecking him, he's one of the most calm, cool, collected dude on the planet. So when this incident happened, it completely blew us away. Yes, he'd been training for it his whole life, but it was still quite a shock to the system. So Ruta burst out of the front door, ran down the path, taking a sharp right. Here he is now, just chilling out, chewing a bit of charcoal wood, which for some reason Kelpies love. And then he barreled down our espalier orchard, and on the right, you'll see just a swag, a boatload of feathers. There was this old angry fox. Remember, it was only about 6:30 at night, and he latched onto the right wing of a duck, and we ran out after him. Ignore the chicken, and luckily the duck had its neck really down low, so it couldn't latch onto its neck, and it was doing a shake. Rooster came and just bit the fox in the midsection, and then the fox barreled past our beehive little area. As you can see, the chooks are all feeling pretty relaxed now, and then he took a sharp right and ran down our little serviceway past our vegetable patch and out, jumping the fence. And we were shocked because it was a 3-meter fence, or 2.2 maybe, that he just leapt over with ease. And we're all shocked by this because a fox attack in broad daylight. We know that's why we have Rooster out during the day, but it really shows the value of Rooster as a pet, a chook dog, and a member of the family. So this is our poor duck, Dorothy. And as you can see from here, you can clearly see where the fox's mouth was. Really, really lucky. Dorothy managed to keep her head down and not get her neck latched onto. And one thing that's always shocked with animals is they have a lot of blood initially, and then they seem to cease bleeding quite quickly. What really worried me was this kind of white stuff, which was the fat layer from the skin that was lacerated. So we were in a bit of trouble, and we had to get her inside quick. So now we had to administer first aid to the duck. We actually had 2 patients. We actually had the duck and Rooster, who for some reason had seemed to get into some kind of shock. And we're going to go over to him in a minute because you might be surprised at his reaction. Well, what we did was, after separating the duck and bringing it inside, we had to administer this thing called Blue Coat. And strangely, we just made up a batch the week before for a YouTube video called Rat Testing Chickens. I'll put a link on it. And if you're interested in making this medicine, this antiseptic like skin stainer, click on Rat Testing Chickens and go to the last third of the movie. Now, as you can see, the duck got really agitated and stressed as soon as we filled up the syringe, which we thought was really interesting. And it's just as important to settle and focus on the welfare as well as administering the medication. Now, this is an antiseptic base chemical that we brew ourselves, store in the fridge, and then in emergencies we use. I really suggest anyone with poultry learn how to make this because this is an absolute lifesaver in this situation. The idea is to stain the blood and work as an infection barrier. Obviously, the first thing we did was squirt the chicken with hydrogen peroxide to get rid of any foreign bodies.
I know.
And once that's done, we applied our Blue Coat. Now, the duck, as you can see, after a while didn't mind it, and towards the end of the video it starts wagging its tail, which is duck language for perking up a bit. Our next patient was Rooster, and this was quite a distressing sight for us because, as you can see, he is gutted
Ready?
and upset.
Come on, you're okay, Rudy. You're okay.
So as you can see, Rooster has some really mixed emotions. Yes, he definitely saved the duck's life, no doubt about that. But as you know, dogs hate high express emotion. So maybe us running out, freaking out as he was chasing the fox off, could have set him off. But as you can see, he was quite unresponsive, stressed and overwhelmed. And it sort of was really upsetting as dog owners. As for the duck, we kept her inside for about 4 hours just to help her settle down. And of course, Rooster wanted to be right out there in the action, sitting in his favourite spot, facing the big tree where all the hawks live, and keeping his eye on his buddies and his girls that are just flapping around doing their thing. Magic dog. Once the sun set, we did actually realise that Russo had a little injury sustained on his back right leg. So we quickly called one of our friends to pick him up because we're in COVID isolation and took him to a vet for a checkup, disinfect. No stitches needed, but as you can see, he's enjoying the attention. Now we know for a fact the fox will be back. Hopefully he won't be silly enough to try to sneak past the Kelpie during the day, but guarantee he'll come at nights. And instead of using my grandfather's old trap, we've invested in a new, more humane trap, along with our electric fence that should really help even the odds. As you can see, the duck approves. So my final thoughts are, with Sophia recovering rapidly from COVID and our neighbours and friends delivering all these beautiful cupcakes and banana bread, what gifts can we give to show appreciation, recognition and thanks to our beautiful Kelpie, who's both a pet, a friend, a companion and a chicken guardian? Add those thoughts to the comment section. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe, or check out some of our other videos that teach you how to train your Kelpie or live in a more sustainable way. Thanks, goodbye.